So today we are going to deal with another question. The question is, the immunoglobulin X is present on the mast cells and the basophils. When bound to antigen, it triggers the release of Y that causes Z. And here we have to understand about the X, Y and Z. For this we need to know something. Okay, let us discuss. So what are the different type of immunoglobulin isotypes? Now let us first understand the story of the B cells. See, the mature naive B cells, they express IgM and IgD on their surface. Okay? And then several inducers like the chemokines or the CD40 ligand. Where we have learned about the CD40 ligand in our previous video, we have learned about the CD40 ligand in the B cell activation, right? So these are the several inducers which helps in differentiating these B cells, these naive B cells, to active plasma cells, which secretes antibodies like immunoglobulin A, G, and E. So there is actually a, what you could say, a mnemonic that is for B cells. IgM, that is IgMom and IgDad, mature to plasma cells as they age. So IgM and IgD matures to IgA, IgG, and IgE. Now according to abundance, we remember it as gamed. Okay, IgG more than IgA, more than IgM, more than IgE, and IgD is the least available. Okay, now coming to, we will learn something about each immunoglobulin. See, this immunoglobulin, it is made up of 2 light chains and 2 heavy chains. We all know every immunoglobulin is made up of 2 light chains and 2 heavy chains. Now about IgG. IgG is the main antibody in the secondary response to antigen. Suppose there is an antigen, then the primary response will be from IgM, and the secondary response will be given by IgG. It is the most abundant isotype in the serum. It opsonizes bacteria, neutralizes bacterial toxins. It is transplacental. Okay, only immunoglobulin which is transplacental, that is from mother to baby. Next, it is associated with the warm autoimmune hemolytic anemia. Okay. Next, coming to IgA, it is produced in the GI tract mainly. It protects against the gut infections. It is released into the secretions. Okay, in breast milk, in tears, saliva, mucus, IgA is present. Okay. Next, coming to IgM. IgM, it is produced in the primary response to antigen. Okay. It is present as monomer on the B cells and pentamer with the J chains when secreted. It is associated with the cold autoimmune hemolytic anemia. IgD, its function is unclear. It is present in the surface of many B cells and in serum. IgE, it binds to the mast cells and the basophils, and it mediates the type 1 hypersensitivity reaction. Right? Now let us learn what is this type 1 hypersensitivity reaction. Type 1 hypersensitivity reaction is nothing but what we commonly call as the allergy. Now let us understand what are the mechanisms between allergy, which we call it so often. Let us understand. This, first of all, suppose there is allergen exposure. We got exposed to the allergen, it will activate the CD4 plus T helper cells and also the B cells. Then there will be production of several interleukins. Then what happens? This IgE, it binds to, okay, this IgE, this one is actually the antibody. This one is actually your antibody. Okay, so this IgE, it binds to the, in which receptor it is binding? It is binding to this Fc receptor for the IgE. Okay, it binds to the Fc receptor for the IgE on the mast cell. This is actually a mast cell. Okay, next, coming to this process is known as the sensitization of the mast cell. When the IgE, it binds to the Fc receptor of the mast cell, we call it to be the sensitization of the mast cell. And then when there is a repeated exposure to the same allergen, then there are cross links. That is IgE, cross links are developed between the IgEs. Mast cells get activated and there is degranulation. This degranulation results in the release of mediators. In the immediate reactions, we have histamine, which is a potent vasodilator, tryptase, which is actually the marker of the mast cell activation, and leukotrienes. In the late phase reaction, it attracts the inflammatory cells like eosinophils and other mediators, and finally there is inflammation and tissue damage. So this is all about our type 1 hypersensitivity reaction. Okay. This is all about our type 1 hypersensitivity reaction. Everything is very clear. All these diagrams are from First Aid USMLE Step 1 book. Okay. Now, coming to our question once again. The immunoglobulin X is present on the mast cells and basophils. So, we can understand what is this X. We have read. What is it? It is IgE, definitely. When bound to the antigen, it triggers the release of Y. What will it triggers the release of? We have learnt about many things. It can trigger the release of histamine, tryptase, leukotrienes. It can attract the eosinophils. So, what is there in the... Okay, for IgG, there is only one option. So, we have got our answer. Okay. So, when it bounds to the antigen, it triggers the release of Y, which is obviously histamine, and which causes Z, which is obviously allergy. And what is a good name for allergy? It is the type 1 hypersensitivity reaction. So, hope this video helps you. In the next video, we will come up with more interesting questions. Thank you and stay tuned.